Hey, it's Thomas here, and today we're going to be checking out IceCap's Battery Backup V3. While it's not going to win an endurance award, this little battery backup is super compact, it's lighter than the competition, and it fits a variety of different DC flow pumps to give you up to 10 hours of life-saving circulation in the event you have a power outage, which is a good thing because power outages for reefs are bad. Power outages are going to happen, and depending on where you are, they can be pretty rare and relatively short, or happen multiple times a year and sometimes last for hours on end. For reefers like us, any power outage can be a disastrous event capable of crashing our tanks, which gives me anxiety just thinking about it. The good news is there are lots of tools out there for us reefers to take advantage of to help mitigate the danger of a power outage by providing a backup energy source to run critical life support on the tank. For example, I have a big gas generator I can use when the power goes out, like it often does during the winter in my area, which works extremely well except for when I'm not home to wheel it out of the garage, then fill it with gas and then turn it on and then drag an extension cord through the window all the way to the tank. Then it's not as helpful. Which is exactly why I have this here IceCap Battery Backup V3. Instead of having to be home to get that critical water circulation and oxygenation in my reef tank, I can rest assured that the moment the power goes out, this battery backup is already providing power to 1 or 2 circulation pumps in my tank and can keep them running for up to 10 hours. It's physically more compact and lighter than other options, making it easier to mount using the screw holes in the side of the case, and it's one of the more affordable, ready-to-use battery backup options out there at $130. Plus, it's compatible with a variety of DC circulation pumps, which makes it a more flexible option for reefers using various brands of pumps on their tank. In the box, you'll find the Battery Backup V3, the battery charger, a link cable, a Y cable, and the user instruction manual. The IceCap V3 uses a compact 2.5 amp hour battery with a max output of 12 volts by 2.5 amps that can provide up to roughly 10 hours of runtime for a single circulation pump running in low output mode. It comes in at only 5 3/4 inches wide, 5 inches tall, and just over 3 inches deep, and weighs just 3.5 pounds, making it smaller and much lighter than other readily available battery backup options, which means it's a lot more convenient to find a spot for and mount, especially for those smaller reefs and nano systems that don't have a lot of space in the stand. All 4 of the ports on the bottom of the battery backup are clearly labeled so you can't get them mixed up: fuse, input charger, input pump power supply, and output pump. The V3 is actually compatible with a range of DC pumps, however, it pairs perfectly with IceCap and Maxspect gyre pumps along with the Octopus pumps, all of which will be able to detect when they're on battery backup power and reduce their pump speed to extend battery life during a power outage. You can also hook up the V3 to your Hydros wave engine controller to add battery backup to any pumps plugged into it, while gaining some extra customization options for how pumps will respond while on battery backup during an outage. A quick note, the V3 here is designed to be run with DC circulation pumps and is not compatible with return or utility pumps, so just keep that in mind. There are a few different configurations you can set up the V3 in depending on your needs. Most of us will likely use it to run a single circulation pump to keep water in our displays circulating so our inhabitants don't run out of oxygen. However, you can also run 2 pumps if you so choose, which can help if you have a larger or longer tank so that you have some water movement throughout the entire display. You can also daisy chain a pair of V3 batteries to a single pump, effectively doubling the runtime up to a potential 20 hours, which can be super helpful if you tend to travel for work or work critical jobs that don't allow room for you to leave at a moment's notice, or work fairly far from home, giving you plenty of time to get back to your tank and start up a long-term power solution like a gas generator. All of these configurations are clearly laid out for you right in the manual that comes with it, plus that Y splitter cable that you need if you're going to run a pair of pumps is also included, so you don't have to pick that up either. It's all right there for you. While the V3 isn't the longest runtime emergency power solution, it is one of the most convenient and one of the least expensive ready-to-use options, and is a quick and simple way to add life-saving redundancy to your reef for those shorter to mid-length power outages, as well as enough time to get back to your tank to prepare for long-haul power outages like the ones I sometimes face out here during rural winter snowstorms. So if being prepared for the worst matches your reefing mantra, you can pick up a V3 battery backup by clicking right here.